New year, same old reviewer, guys. I already posted a couple reviews, but I figured I would take a little bit of time to make a list of the top 10 most anticipated movies of 2018. So, before I go from 10 all the way to 1, here's a couple honorable mentions. The Nun, The New Mutants, and Red Sparrow. And now, number 10, Mary Poppins Return. Mary Poppins Return, guys, is, how should I put it, the film that could be an Oscar contender, with Emily Blunt playing Mary Poppins. She looks like she's going to be perfect in the role. I'm very excited to see what she has to attribute to the table. It's like a sequel, I think. I know there's already a film about the making of that film, Mary Poppins. That was Save Mr. Banks. So hopefully this adds another layer of interesting entertainment fluff to the Disney series. Number 9, guys, is Ready Player One, and this is Steven Spielberg's latest film, and we all know this. Steven Spielberg, he honestly does not make a bad film, and I don't think Ready Player One's going to start the streak of bad films with Steven Spielberg. It looks like he could make a blockbuster to start off the year that's really, really good. But, with that said, that's not to say the start of the year it doesn't have some interesting films coming out. Because we have Unsane. I think it's called Unsane. Unsane. It's Steven Soderbergh's latest film, and I believe it has an April release date, and he came out of retirement after Side Effects to Logan Lucky. It's a southern film that was actually quite entertaining. That was not an Oscar contender by any means, but it was a very entertaining film, and with Unsane, it looks like it could be good, based on the cast and the premise. So, I'm very much so looking forward to that. Number 7 is A Quiet Place. Another film with Emily Blunt that could be really good. And this time, she's with her husband, John Krasinski, who, I might add, also directs this film. And this film has the trailer out. The trailer looks like it's very artsy, in the best of ways. It looks like it's that artsy film that could also hit keynotes with mainstream audiences. So, for that alone, I'm very excited to see what this has to bring to the table as well. We also have, at number 6, Widows, which is Steve McQueen's latest film. Steve McQueen's the same director that brought us Shame, masterpiece, and 12 Years a Slave, masterpiece. Hunger, I still need to watch. But this film, honestly, it's about a bunch of bank robbers, women bank robbers, that take the place of their husbands who get killed off, I believe. That's the premise. It doesn't sound like the Oscar-type films that his other films were aiming for. So it seems to break his standard. But at the same time, it could also be really good. So I'm hoping that it's going to be really good. And it is Steve McQueen, so in him, I trust. And now we have at number 5, Damien Chazelle's latest film, First Man, which is about the landing of Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin on the moon, played by Ryan Gosling as Neil Armstrong. So Damien Chazelle directing La La Land and Whiplash, 2 great films. So here's hoping he'll add a third to his resume. Guys, we now are at the final 4. Number 4, Annihilation. Annihilation is directed by Alex Garland, who brought us Ex Machina, which is a masterpiece of science fiction and a fantastic film on its own. Alex Garland wrote that as well, and he also wrote Sunshine, a very underrated science fiction film, and 28 Days Later. 2 really, really good films. So I'm hoping Annihilation, which comes out early this year, is really good. It looks really good. And I've heard early things that it's very cerebral and that studios were kind of scared about that because they wanted to dumb it down. And Alex Garland was like, no, we're not dumbing this down. So I'm hoping with that in mind that it's another cerebral Ex Machina-like film, kind of. But, number 3 is Boy Erased, which is another Joel Edgerton film. He directed The Gift, and now he's directing this film. It's coming out in September, and it's focusing on the life of, I believe, a gay boy. And with that in mind, I think that it's not going to be like other ones where it just kind of almost is like preachy. This film, based on the premise, sounds like it's going to be that film that makes it very realistic and interesting at the same time, while it's also trying to shoot for Oscars, which I think it will, because it just sounds like that film and also sounds very interesting. I'm honestly very excited for it. That's why it's number 3 on my list. However, there are 2 other films that made it higher. And number 2 is Isle of Dogs. Wes Anderson's latest film, which, shoot. You know, he's directed a lot of really good films, but his last film, Grand Budapest Hotel, masterpiece. And his follow-up film, Isle of Dogs, it looks really good. It looks like it can also be a masterpiece the way Fantastic Mr. Fox was, which was also stop motion. So I have high hopes for this film, and I don't know. I think it's going to be another smart animated film from Wes Anderson. So here's hoping. And now my number one, which anyone who knows me knows that this is going to be surprised when I say it. A lot of people are probably going to stop watching after I say this film. But, you know, I have to say, I've been waiting for this for 10 years. So I'm going to say it now. Avengers: Infinity War. Honestly, I am sick and tired of superhero films. I think that the market is oversaturated with them. I think it's a type of film, I mean, not the type of film, the type of genre that's going to go out the way Westerns did, where the genre was so oversaturated, people got tired of them, and then they got made far and few between. I think that's going to happen, but for now, I think we can accept the fact that this is the superhero era, and me accepting that Avengers: Infinity War could very well be epic, and it's the Russo brothers that are directing it, the same people that directed Winter Soldier and Civil War, which are two of the best Marvel films to come out in some time, which I know isn't saying much, but at the same time, they are bringing their A game. They are bringing their directing style, the way they direct their action scenes, and they are bringing a huge cast, like huge. Bringing Guardians of the Galaxy cast, they're bringing the Avengers cast, and they're bringing like Doctor Strange and like other small superheroes. So shoot, I think it's just going to be an event. You know, I still remember when the first Avengers came out. You know, and so that's why I think Avengers: Infinity War. I think it's going to be top 3 movies this year to make the most amount. I mean, will it be good? I'm hoping. That's why it's my most anticipated movie, because I'm hoping it's going to be great. Will it be? That's another matter altogether. I'm hoping that me waiting 10 years, having seen every single Marvel film, that up to this point they actually kill off some people, they actually move the plot along. I don't know. I know it's a lot to ask for, but here's hoping. Enough with the rant, though. Guys, what are your most anticipated movies of 2018? I know I went on a little bit too long about Avengers Age. I mean, not Avengers Age, that was an awful movie. Infinity War. But just wanted to get it out. So, let me know your thoughts, guys. And, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. I'll be posting my worst films 2018 list and best films 2018 once I see Hostiles, Phantom Thread, and Call Me By Your Name. So, that's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching.